ఇది లైవ్ ఉంది ఇప్పుడు అవుతుంది.
ఏ వస్తుందన్న వస్తుంది
పాతది వస్తుందా?
పాతది వస్తుంది.
అది తుడిసేది వస్తుంది చెప్పు.
అవును
తుడిసేది వచ్చింది
రావాలి.
అవును
ఇది పాతది
వస్తుంది పాత
కొంచెం స్లో
ఎందుకు వచ్చింది. పాత కాదు, ఇది ప్లే అవుతుంది. ఇది కాదు,
ఇప్పుడు పెట్టిందే పెట్టి సార్.
అది పాతది.
వచ్చింది కొత్తది పెట్టంతా.
వచ్చింది కొత్తది వస్తుంది.
నాన్ టీచింగ్ స్టాఫ్ పెట్టేసి
పెట్టోటి నాన్ టీచింగ్లో పెట్టు.
కొత్తది అంటే మరి డెలీట్ చేయాలి. డెలీట్ చేయాలన్న
చేసేయి.
కొత్తది పెట్టు.
పెడుతున్నా కాలం వచ్చింది.
కొత్తది ఇటు పెట్టు.
ఫ్యాకల్టీలో వేస్తాం.
కొత్తది వచ్చిందా? మీకు ఎట్లా వచ్చింది?
ఇదేం కొత్తది పెట్టినావా?
పెట్టలే ఇంకా.
పెట్టిన నీకు ఎట్లా వచ్చిందన్న?
ఇవన్నీ తీసుకొని
పాతది.
డెలీట్ చేయి. డెలీట్
నాన్ టీచింగ్ స్టాఫ్
నమ్మకం సార్.
నాకు
వేసిండా?
ఇంకా రాలే.
నాన్ టీచింగ్ స్టాఫ్ లేదా సార్? ఎంఎస్ఎస్ నాన్ టీచింగ్లో కొట్టు. వెళ్ళిపోతాను, నేను చేస్తాను సార్. సార్ మళ్ళీ ఇట్లా పోయినా ఒకసారి పైకి ఎక్కడ పోయినా చెప్తాను.
అదే వేస్తుంది.
వెళ్ళండి చూద్దాం.
అదే 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 మైక్ పని
ఉండండి, మైక్ ఉండాలి. ఓకే ఓకే ఇదా
చిన్నది
నా దారికి వచ్చింది.
కొత్త డైలాగ్ రాసేస్తుంది. రజనీకాంత్ చూసిండు అనుకో, కొత్త సినిమాలు పెట్టుకుంటాడు. రజనీకాంత్ చూసిండు అనుకో. కాదు మేడం, ఇంగ్లీష్ సినిమాలు తెలుగు డబ్బింగ్ ఉంటుంది చూడు, మిస్టర్ జవాన్ అంటాడు చూడు, ఆ టైప్ అయిపోతుంది. మేడం మళ్ళీ వాళ్ళు వచ్చారు అనుకో, మనం పరిచయం అవుతాం. అసలుకే పిక్చర్లు ఉంటారు. జోక్ కాదు, బాలకృష్ణ సినిమా నంద్యాలలో సినిమా రిలీజ్ అయితే ఆయన ఫోటోకి మొత్తం మేకలు కొట్టేసి తలకాయలతో దండ చేసి పెట్టారు. ఇప్పుడు కూడా అవుతుందా? ఎంత పిచ్చి అర్థం కాదు. ఆయన ఫోటోకి చెప్పులు మేక తలకాయలు కట్టారు. ఫస్ట్ చూసి ఇంటికి అర్థం కాక అంత పిచ్చోళ్ళు.
ఏ ల్యాప్టాప్ పెట్టాలి
ఏమైనా మెల్లగా చేస్తుంది. ఓపెన్ చేసి పెట్టు మేడం. ఇట్లా అనగానే కొట్ట ఆనేట.
Back benches, Suraj. Wi-Fi is there, sir. Ravi, sir. Suraj. Wi-Fi.
after section we will connect
Not lifting.
ఎందుకు రిస్క్ నో అంటే ఫిట్ పడేది చెప్పాలా కానీ మీకు వచ్చిందా పోయింది మీకు వచ్చిందా
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to today's event, hosted by Artimedia College of Commerce. We are gathered here for a session on Innovating Access to Global Research Literature. We are extremely fortunate to have distinguished guests with us today, and we look forward to a fruitful session of learning and interaction. So, without further ado, let's begin the event. To commence the event, I would like to invite our institution's librarians to come up onto the stage. Let us welcome them with a warm round of applause. Ms. Swarna, Intermediate Librarian, Ms. Manta, UG Librarian, Ms. Vikita, MCA Librarian, and MA Librarian. Mr. Shivalingam, Law Librarian. Next, we are honored to have with us Mr. Ratish Iyer, the Training and Business Development Manager from Informatics Bangalore, who will be sharing his insight with us today. I invite him onto the stage. Now I request our dignitaries to kindly come forward and grace the occasion by lighting the ceremonial lamp. I request you all to please join for Jyoti Prajwalan.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
Now, as a gesture of our warm welcome and appreciation, we would like to present a sampling to our esteemed guest, Mr. Ratish Iyer as a symbol of growth and knowledge. I request Mr. Ramakant to do the honors.
మీరు కూడా రండి ఈ పక్కకు రా. మీరు ఇట్లా రండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you, sir. It is indeed a privilege to introduce our chief guest speaker, Mr. Ratish Iyer. Sir is a training and business development manager at Innovating in Bangalore. With his extensive experience in the field of research and industries such as hotels, airlines, media, and communication, Mr. Iyer has been an integral part of several initiatives aimed at improving global access to research preparation. Sir is a certified life skill trainer and coach, public speaker, actor, and an author of 4 books. He endeavors to contribute to the world in the field of holistic education, wellness, and transformation. His vast expertise will offer us invaluable insights into the importance of platforms like JGate in academic research. We are eager to hear this address today. So, without further delay, I now invite Mr. Ratish Iyer to address the gathering and share his knowledge with us. Please welcome him once again with a round of applause.
సింగిల్ కదా వాళ్ళు కట్టి ప్రాబ్లం అవుతుంది రికార్డింగ్ ప్రాబ్లం అవుతుంది.
Very good evening. Are you able to hear me? Thing is, if I stand in one place, I get very sleepy. This helps me circulate my blood better. So, coming all the way from Bangalore, it's really an honor, a pleasure to be here. This is my first visit to this wonderful college, which is there in existence for so many years now. And all credit for this session, I personally would give it to Mr. Ramakant sir, because I've seen him proactively going into JGate, and whenever sessions are there from this college, many people register and attend. Also, secondly, I remember another name, Shri Udit Rai sir. I've seen you many times attending JGate webinar, and also today taking the time out to grace this occasion. Very it's an honor. And to all faculty members here, any students among us? Very few are there. So we are all faculty members here. So one thing it will make my job easy is I don't have to cover the nitty-gritties of journals. How many of you are aware of academic journals? Right, around 60% I think, or 50-60% of you know. Still, I will rush through the basics because it's very important. And one is never, one never reaches the peak of learning. We are always in a plateau mode, heading towards the peak, but there are no peaks really. Every day is a learning and unlearning process, and a relearning process also. So my topic is JGate, and always when I come on board as a trainer, I always think, should I become a Eureka phone salesperson? This is how you open, this is how you dismantle, this is how you fix it, this is how you start doing that. Or how about me getting into the shoes of us as users of tool? How does it matter to us? So my style is always to focus on why a particular thing is there, because if that why is understood, then I believe the how to use it you all can easily capture. Okay. Audible now? Oh, this is much better. Thank you. So, what is J and any idea what does J stand for? Journal? Okay. Gate is gateway. While that gets fixed, why should students or any of us refer to journals in this age? When I say in this age, about half a decade ago, we were all into, if you wanted information, where do we find? Hey, I don't know, why don't you just Google it? How many of us have said that? I don't know, I just open and just Google it, right? Now things have changed. Now even Google has its own AI, right? So now we are in the age of AI. Instead of going through 3-4 pages, 7 pages, I don't think people go beyond 4 pages of manual search also. So we are in an AI age, and the answers are like this. But what happens is, seasonal veterans would agree that somewhere we outsource our thinking faculties also to such tools. Best example is, do we remember beyond 2 or 3 mobile numbers? Very difficult. Yeah. I know mine and my wife's. I don't remember my wife's. I think so. Yeah. So.
I can remember my family members all numbers.
Amazing. That's nice. Yeah, but this is the case that when the type of landlines we had to
Yes.
fit in and remember those numbers. Right? We could do that. So same thing has happened. Now Google search, call it whatever it is, but we were doing something manually, and we were very sure, no, I am only seeing through this. Right? But now I'm getting answers. It's good that I can get everything, but how sure can I be? Right? So there are both sides of that story. So we need a tool which gives us kind of best of both, neither inclining too much this side nor that side. So we believe J8 is one such tool, and this is for journals. Why did I bring up that example of Google, which the prompt came from Google? Because in terms of journal content coverage, just like how we say, I don't know, you Google it. When we say, where do I find journals? Google, yeah. So J8 is a Google search for journals. Very simple. I'm not giving any big statements. Very simple. And what gives me the basis to say this, because as of today, J8 is the largest discovery platform for e-journals worldwide in English language, not the regional, but English. This is the largest discovery database. So this covers the content wise. Now, when there is so much, then the problem becomes too many, right? You're spoiled for choices. So as I said, Google also gives you so much. Then how do you take information? How do you extract, filter on what you need? So in this case, now we talk about accessing information. How do you get what you need from so much? There is a saying, right? Needle in a, finding a needle in a, there is a proverb in English. Needle in a haystack. There is a big haystack, finding a needle in that, right? So this is like finding an article in a digital haystack. How do you find what you need? So in this case, the logic here runs like a shopping app or any app. So think of, give me some names, shopping apps. Myntra, Amazon, Flipkart. How many of you have used at some time? Or seen? Okay, some idea is there. How many of you have used for traveling Red Bus app or Abhi Bus app or any of the apps for traveling friends? Okay, good. So what these are in commerce, we call them aggregators. Right? So they are the platform connecting the service providers with the consumers. This is the platform. So J8 as such is a platform connecting the publishers and the end users together on this discovery platform. Now you have an idea of what J8 is. So in terms of content coverage, in terms of how to find it. So it works like an app. And why do apps work? What is the best thing about app? What is that convenience about app that you like? How does it make it convenient for you?
Search.
How, when searching, what is that function which allows you to search? Better.
Search engine.
It is
Search engine.
If suppose in Amazon I want to look for shirts,
keywords.
and I want to exactly look for me.
It is
my shirts.
customized to the
It's
user's
got something.
customers to the
Yeah,
user's need.
There are so many options. I want to start. Filters. Filters are there, right? So when you look, okay, shirts, men, women, children, color, brand, price range, sale, all those categories are there. Same in JGate, if you want to search for journals, there are various categories. So you can decide what category you want to search, and when you are deciding, it is going to be an unbiased search. You can look for the latest article, you can look for the top ranked article, you can look for articles of a topic which is written by the best authors in terms of quality, or the author who has maximum publications on that topic. You can search for rank-wise journal rankings, country of publication. Now there are many criteria which you can fit and come down to exactly what you need. Right? So this in short is JGate. Understanding the content coverage and understanding how to get in there and find what you need. Right? Now there are many features, and most of this now slides I'm trying to quickly skip because I've given you the basic understanding. Thank you for the introduction. I forgot that. So I purposely kept the slide. Ramsha.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for the introduction. I've written books, so like you, I'm also a reader, writer, and know the pains and pleasures of both seeking and finding and communicating. JGate is a product of informatics. This is a 45-year-old company, and JGate and Google was almost around the same time, but Google had its luck and it's gone somewhere wrong. But JGate at its time really was a very good solution provider, and now from print journals moved to online also. So basically, this is the portfolio of informatics products. I will not go too deep into it. Basically, we have three verticals. We have the content, then we have the technology products, which is for the librarians mostly. This is mostly from the user's perspective. And we have the digitization services. So when we talk about digitization services, we give for public libraries, for high courts, so we have many such clients who are taking the digitization services, manuscripts, palm leaf manuscripts, archives, everything. From the librarian's perspective, we have all these products, Remote Lock. We were the first to get remote access technology for library resources into India by partnering with Easy Blocks at that time. And then we improvised and came up with our own remote lock product. iDiscover is the latest thing we offer. In terms of content, so JGate is leading here. This is a flagship product. Informatics journals. How many here are wondering or doing research and wondering where should I find a place to publish my paper? Anybody here? You are finding that. So what you can do is our website is there, informaticsglobal.ai. Okay, and what we offer in that you can just search for where to publish, and you will find this division, informatics journals. So there are different packages from open access to free, premium. You can see what works and make some inquiries and see if something can work out for you. Informatics journals. Site is one of our latest offerings. We have partnered with this US company. It talks about quality of citations, where traditional citations cover only the numbers. So and so author, this is the Google score, metric score, Google's cover score. But each site, with the help of AI, that AI reads the context of citations and then gives you a summary of how many citations this author has received in terms of supporting the author's work or contrasting the author's work, or neither, but just merely referencing their work. Got it? Supporting means through the NLP and machine learning, it will say, okay, this passage is showing we are in favor of these studies and our findings match culture, like that. Supporting. Other words, our study totally contrasts this particular study, so contrast. And neither means referencing. To come to this data point, we have referred to so and so all studies like this. So site is a platform which is very popular for that. So in India, we represent SAC, and many research labs and institutes are taking this. HS Talks is a very dedicated product, which is for management module, management related subjects, as well as medicine module. It's called Henry Stewart Talks, and basically this platform is like the YouTube content for academics, because the content is entirely curated by professionals in the academic space. So HS Talks is one.
Papers will be there, sir. This is
No, these are all audio video files. So you will have videos there, like TED Talk, NPTEL. So HS Talks has a own so you can just check out their website. The IIMs, most of the IIMs are subscribing to HS Talks. Then these are related to medicine, so I'll just skip that. But basically, this is where we are. We are okay the academic space. So today's agenda is, like I said, what's in it for me? Very common, what we call it, parlance in marketing and commerce. Customer, what is it in for me? What is JGate? Why JGate? How to use it? And then we open for discussion. So relevance of today's session is, depends on who you are. If you're a student, how does it matter to you? If you're a scholar, what are you looking for? If you're a guide faculty member, what are you looking for? If you're a librarian, what are you looking for? Right? So each one has their unique perspective and requirement, and JKIT kind of connects the requirements very nicely. Right? So if you talk about scholars or guides, you need vast resources. Even though you're teaching commerce, you probably might be interested in doing some multidisciplinary research. Right? So for example, AI in business intelligence, or PQL and something, right? So there are so many things which can play a part, psychology along with organization behavior. So what you research on, will you need those kind of resources up to date, what is there relevant today, and when these quality sources are there, you can guide your students' understudies. They in turn will come out with quality inputs, and you can again help them come out with quality output. Quality in, quality out, high quality paper submissions in more numbers. Open access is the requirement for all, maximum open access content. So JGate has the provision of open access articles, you can see that. Staying updated. So as faculty members, what happens is you need to know who's there talking about what. If you are researching on quick commerce, e-commerce, so today who's the top authority on this subject in the world? Right? And maybe you can network, collaborate in future if you want to write a paper. Right? So all these things will help you. This kind of platform can be a good place to start. For a library, get paisa vasool resource, so which gives you maximum benefits at decent cost, and also it has to be in trend. Right? So the best institutes today, are they using? Yes. So we are also setting a benchmark. Right? So basically, everybody has something which they are looking for, and JGate can help meet the requirement. That's the long story short. I have already mentioned this. So in this platform, what you can do is you can discover new information. You can access the focus information which you are looking for. You can even share those information. Right? You're looking for certain articles. Assuming that your department is doing a project, your students are doing a project. So again, these are the articles. You can refer them, do more into it, come up with your analysis. So you can share them. So this is normally for students, but I'll just quickly breeze through. So different kinds of patents. We have the journals and who consumes them. So there is pure reader who doesn't write but uses it for studies. Then there is a writer. Every writer is also a reader. So both in order to write the paper and submit. And of course the institution who is subscribing for both, not just for paper writing but even for the avid reader also. So basically these are the patents for journals. Why journals are important? Very important question. When students ask you, why should we refer to journals? How do you approach them? So as an end user, you have to tell them, or even if it is directed at you as the end user, when you refer to journals, they are considered, right? When you see a peer-reviewed article, they stand out. and you are automatically referring high quality papers. At least that is the perception. Citations are there, so that kind of tells you that how many people are citing these papers, right? So you get an idea of good quality papers. Expertise. So in your domain, what is the new development happening? What is the career growth? Right? For example, HR department today, yeah, is quite good. What if 10 years later it's totally automated? Then what happens? Which functions? A payroll clerk, will you or she have that job or not? You know, things change very quickly. From a videographer on a helicopter, now we move to drones. So fast that technology increases. Beyond classroom, self-directed exploration. This is a very important one. So you tell the student, you have a syllabus, we are giving you notes. So you can be satisfied with this much, or you take your own initiative. When you refer to journals, you are getting a competitive edge. Because then when they pass out, they're looking for jobs. Right? It's that one competitive edge that can make a difference. And they're not competing with each other. The bigger competition is the AI that is going to replace Robert jobs. Critical thinking. So when somebody is referring to a journal article, automatically it means they are looking at articles which is backed by data, which automatically pushes for critical thinking comparisons. So it is helping this very important faculty, which is critical thinking. New research, either something is coming out new or we are existing. The literature, we are reviewing that. We are bringing our own perspective into what is existing or coming up with something groundbreaking. Open access, it's a movement that is going on, you are all aware of it. For institutions, global reach. When an institution is highlighting, okay, these are our publications, these are the journals we have subscribed to, right? So external stakeholders are watching this, they know, okay, some serious work is going on, probably there is scope later on for sponsored research, publishing histories, check, all that. This already has been covered, ranking, quality in, quality out, very important. Answer to predatory journals, so some of you may be aware that wherever there is a monopoly, duopoly, what is the best example in today's world? I mean, in India today, duopoly, if I mention that word.
Politicians of the same family. Politicians of the same family.
That is, yeah, correct. BJP keeps going on and on. Telecom. Earlier we had a strong player called Vodafone. Now it's mostly Jio and then Airtel. Right? So government should not ideally let Vodafone slip away. There has to be a third player. But then right now these are the two players calling the shots. So suddenly Jio Ambani decides to change something, then there is an uproar. Okay. So yeah, so predatory journals, what they do is they will charge hefty subscription fee. Okay, but are they giving that service? If they are not, then what do you do? Even taking the money, still not giving legitimate peer review service, then what do you do? Right? Efficient library. So a library, instead of having, see, you may be subscribing to 15 publishers. Can the end user open all 15 tabs, sign in to each one, and then start going like this? It's very difficult. That is why shopping apps make it easy. Right? You could open Bata, then Nike, Adidas, Puma, or come to an Amazon, just see what you need and that brand, if it is needed, it will give you the result. So one platform should be ideal for all the users. And of course, value for money, being an Indian company, of course, it's made in India, very proud for us that it is the largest discovery platform for journals. But what happens is the subscription is open to all in the college. Even a clerk or a PU with the college wanting to be curious and see what is JGate can access JGate. Because we are providing it in the IP range. So if you are in the IP range, put JGate next year in the college, you will be able to easily access this. Expectations. So whatever platform that you think, what should the platform meet your requirement? Is it giving me optimum coverage, well indexed? Is it giving maximum open access content? So JGate does. The results, are they coming unbiased? Are they coming updated? Are they relevant? Are they reliable? When I say relevant, so again leads to one point here. I'm going to come to that as well. Technical edge. How good is the metadata to give the search result? See, when you said Google, right? There's something that ran behind your mind. Okay, Google is for search. there is Bing, there is Netscape, there is Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Safari, Edge, but no, Google only came there. The metadata is quite strong there. Search engine, how good is it? No engine is perfect. Sometimes there is downtime. If it is so, how fast does it recover? So we have a very good technical team in our Bangalore office. Grey literature. So we are talking about this grey zone where unpublished papers that are submitted but don't see the light of the day. Retracted articles, the other spectrum, end of the spectrum. So they are published but they are taken off. We've heard of this term, retracted articles. There's some news that came out a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month back, or 3 weeks back. So if you check out NIRF, which is the National Institute of Ranking Framework, has now made very strict guidelines where institute cannot say no, it's the faculty member who has written the paper. You can't hold our collar. They who have done it. It's their thing. Institutes also will be held accountable. So there has to be a check on plagiarism and everything. So very, very important. So retracted articles, how do you know? You probably go to Google, you search an article. It is showing you the article is available full, but can it tell you it is retracted? Very doubtful. So that is where this relevance updating, this all makes sense. So in JGate we have a category which is called retracted articles. I'll show you when we open this user. Service quality, ultimately, all things remaining constant, this is one factor that can change, right? So customer support and you can buy the most expensive car, but if the after sales service is so, you might have doubts about next time recommending to anybody. So JGate is there since decades, and this is one big factor which has ensured our success. Challenges for librarians. So very simple. Any librarian, can any library say, oh, today we have everything. From next year we will not subscribe anything at all. Always knowledge has to be constantly updated. Demand is there, but can we buy everything under the sun? No. So we are limited by space, we are limited by budget. Right? There is the library resources are founded on this limitation only. So given that out of the constricted budget we have provided, now how is the usage? Any library will have this. There's a typical one apprehension. Okay, how are the resources being used? So some people are used. It is that 80-20 principle. That 20% people will be using 80% of the library's resources. Right? So only 20% of the entire population may be actually doing 80% of patronage of the library resources. Right? So when such people are seeing that, okay, I am searching for something, it's not available in my college here, what do I do? Where can I find it? They ask the library. Does the librarian have answers? Well, JGate can help find solution to this. I'll show you in the demo. Justify management for budget approvals. So when the time of renewal comes, this 20% may have used it very well, but the 80% has not used a particular product. It can be JGate, it can be any other product. Right? So typical mentality is that people are not using, I think it's not relevant. But hey, the ones who have used, ask them, how good is it? Right? Very difficult to convince. Managing journal subscriptions, that is all the subscriptions that is there, at least some kind of balance. It can't be one is extremely patronized, one is just ignored. Right? It's a very tight rope that librarian has to do. Challenges for researchers. How many researchers here? One second. Okay. How many of you are researchers? I'm asking the same question. We are all researchers. We are all researchers, right? So it's just that academic research, okay, when we bring to that context, yeah, but we all have the spirit of research. How many of you want to write a book or already writing book? Written book? Oh, right? So this is a constant process. And the first question that comes is, where do I start? Out of the 4 books I wrote, my last book was on Mahabharata. So Mahabharata, when I had to start, okay, which version should I refer? If I was doing on Ramayana, there are 3-4 versions. Okay? So where do I start? Very important. So, connected to this is the second question. Where do I find a database? One database rather than having to go everywhere. Right? How do I find articles from journals not subscribed? Typically, it's not available. What do? You have to buy it, or are there options to work around that? So in JDate, there are 3-4 options. I will mention that very soon. Where do I get my articles published? Same like writing a book. If you pick up a genre, assuming in that genre there are 500 sources, can we refer to all 500 sources? Physically, mentally, it will be draining. Plus, if you put a deadline on top of that, very difficult. So, how do we work around this? We pick up the top 10 or 20 in that 500. Just by focus on this, just like our board exams. Maybe my time will come. I'm sure all of us. MBD sure short question bank, all that the study guides were there to prepare. So, if we have the top 10, 20 sources, now it is easy to start taking inputs. So having identified that in this particular domain what I am searching, for example, I am searching for finance or green bonds, right, or supply chain. So in that, which are the top journals? So if I have identified that, now I am referring, I am taking inputs, I am also adding my value. Now when the time comes to publish, who do I select? Who do I target? Anyone in that 500 sources or the top 10? Top 10, any random or top? This is natural, that's all. Either the first or the second, third, but I know that this is the top 10. Anywhere in this will be my ideal success. My paper will bring me. Right? So, JD helps from that end-to-end perspective, input and submission also. Is it clear? See, this is all covering the concept of journals and JGate. Right? I'm still to come with the how to use JGate, which I'll do it very quickly. We are now coming into the specifics. In terms of numbers, JGate is not just about journals. Though you have subscribed to journals, but in our umbrella we have conference proceedings, audio video files, book series, we have many data sets. So the overall number is actually a lot here. This is the coverage. I have a small clip, but I'll skip that. Now we will go to the diagram. So, if you remember me saying anybody can use JGate within the college, so all you have to do is, if you are in the college and you come to jgatenext.com, it should open up logged in. Right now, it is not logged in. So that means the IP range of this all is not yet covered. That can be done very soon. So the technical person can just add it to JGate. So by that, what happens? You don't have to remember this ID password. You just directly you will get to this logged in page. It comes like this. This should be the one directly logged in. But now you ask, okay, so how do I log in? Now, if I'm not in college, or just now how you did some logging you have done right now. Yeah. So there is a generic login ID and password. Okay. I could actually share that with you, but I don't want to do that because I have a better option. And come to that.
Personal ID.
You have that?
Yeah, we have it.
All of you have JD personal ID.
Yes, yes.
Okay, then great. You just have to put that and you do that. So you know the benefits of that.
Yes.
Benefits of doing that. Why it was done? Was it done and given to you, or you did it yourself?
It was done and given.
Done and given. Okay. So today we'll understand why it was done. Right? So it was told to you that hey, you have created your login. Right? So here, this is the college login. It is a very generic login. It's not related to any profile. Now we will assume that suppose you don't have your profiles. What happens? Then you will understand why it was done. Okay. We are going to proceed with this. So now we have this platform, and when you explain to students about JK, you will tell them why journals are important. So once they understood, okay, it is relevant, it is important. So ma'am, where do I find journals? Best place, go to JK. So what do I find there and how do I find it? Very simple. What is a journal? Journal is a collection of articles. Yes. Articles, right? Just like, very simple, a magazine. Magazine also has articles. Who writes the articles? Any magazine that you read,
Writers.
some author. And who comes out with this magazine in the market? Publisher. Same with journal. A journal is a collection of articles written by some authors, and then this is brought out in the market by a publisher. Four things, right? So typically, as a researcher, I am going to see whatever topic I am searching on in any of these four things. I am either trying to find it from an article perspective or which journals are known for that. If I am searching on cricket as a sport, probably there are some magazines that may be of interest. Oh, this magazine is good. Or I am searching on culinary. Oh, Khanar Khazana magazine. It's a very nice magazine. Right? I don't care which chef. I don't care which article, date, whatever. But I know this magazine is good. Sometimes the journals become important. Sometimes it is the article level search that is important. Sometimes it is the author that is important. Right? Movies. When we go for a movie, sometimes we don't know the story. Hey, this actor is there. Definitely. This actor is known as Mr. Perfection. Definitely movie will be good. This director is known to give blockbuster. Definitely it will be good, right? Sometimes the author can be important. So these are the four things that we search. An author writes articles which is found in a journal. Journal is brought out by a publisher. So right now we are starting with article level search. When you are doing article level search, remember there are two things here. One is the basic search, which is when you come to this, it comes to the same page here, just like Google search. Put something and search. Okay, and then we have a modification of that, which is search builder. I will come to search builder, but at this point, just understand search builder is a smart way of searching. Okay, and this is a very detailed way of searching. Both are important. Let us see that. Then we will come to author finder, and then we will come to journal finder, and we will be done with this. So quickly I will do this. Okay. So now, these four things is what we are going to search on. But what is my domain? Now this is a commerce college, so obviously you can see we don't have computer science, medical science and all. Social science and humanities is what has been subscribed. So we have all arts and commerce related subjects here. You can see the subject list right here, including law and everything. So whatever you're searching can be in any of these subjects. Alright. So now let me take a keyword. Right. Suppose I am searching on cryptocurrencies. Okay. Where am I? I am in article levels. I am looking for articles on the topic of cryptocurrencies. Okay. Please tell me how many articles are available in JK for cryptocurrencies. Correct. 11,000, right? Then what is this 7,000? It is the full text portion which is fully available from this overall 11,000. That means around 4,000 odd is subscription basis. How do I know which is subscription, which is not? So automatically when you come here in full text, everything should be full text. It is green, access open block, access full text. If you do a mix like this, you will see red color and green color. How many of you have seen this while exploring? You have seen it, right? Okay. So this is subscription required. Okay. I am going back to full text. Now, this article results that have come, this is 15 per page. You can expand it to 100 per page also. Okay. Like this, you can scroll down 100 per page and keep going on. Please tell me in what order it has come by default. I put cryptocurrency, it has come in a certain order. What order is that?
Latest to
Publication.
Yes, latest, correct? So actually it is not showing here because of the screen change here. In my screen, if I just click like this. So it has by default the setting is publication date, the recent most publication on cryptocurrency. And how latest is the first article? Which year, month?
Actually, the date will be given for the future also.
So this is the article. These are the authors. If they have ORCID ID, we have captured that as well. Then this is the journal. I'm keeping this talk very basic, okay? Because I am assuming some are totally not from research background. So to meet both sides, I try to balance. So we have this journal, and then we have the volume and all, just like magazine, volume number, issue number. So we have this. Jan 2026. We are in September. So what it means is, if I have to wait for the print of this, I have to wait till January.
Yes.
But thanks to the digital technology, the content in its digital form is already accessible right from. Right? So this is something very nice. And this is the main reason why journals are referred. Okay, something that is latest, we have to stay abreast of that. Very important it is. So here, this comes as part of this early online feature. So you can pick up such articles under the early online section. You can go as far as since last 1 week what has come on cryptocurrencies.
Sir, like if you have to go for citation, I think that these are.
I'll come to each one. I'll come to each one. Last 1 month what has come, you can filter. Last year, April to June, you can filter out a month. So you can filter based on the tagline. Okay. Now you are here, and you can see the first article here. It is journal articles, full text, and this logo here. I mean this stamp here. This is peer review. 99% of all articles on JK are peer reviewed. Right? It's a very good article. Is what is considered peer review. Okay. Now here, if you want this article to be emailed to somebody, so you can put your name, put their email IDs, assuming they are JK profile users, and then you can send a message. Suppose you are a profile user, the other party is not, it will not send. Right? So that is why it's very important. I'll show you another example. If this article you like, you want to add to a folder. What is the message? Login as profile user. So if you are not a profile user, first thing you have to register, and after that you have to log in. Now you already have profiles, most of them. All you need to do is just simply go log in, right? Then I can do this. But if you are not, then this will be missing. Okay? How this thing is important, when you explain to students also, and we do this in our webinars also, it's just like shopping app in Amazon, right? If I'm very new to the app, okay, I go to the app, I start taking all the products. There are 3 possibilities. One, I have the money, I'm willing to do the transaction, the product is available, transaction done, succeeded. Keep it aside. The other 2, I have the money, the product is not available. What does it tell you? Some option.
Add to wish list.
Add to wish list, right? You come across that, right? Okay. Another scenario, product is available, I have not decided or I am keeping it for later, but I want to come back to this product. How many of you have done? This is what 20. Next week my wife's card will be before Diwali sale, I know. There will be 50 items. Alright, add to cart. I am also guilty of it. So, yeah. Add to cart, correct. Now you tell me at some point when you want to do this, will it not ask you to sign up and then proceed? Right? If you want to add to cart, if you want to get notified, because the logic is whose cart? Which person? Who to be notified? Right? So all this becomes very important. So the same logic, who wants this folder? Whose folder it has to be? Right? Similarly, if you want this journal, this is a very good journal. Henceforth, any new publication comes, I want to get notified. So there is a small icon here, which is this alert trigger, set alert. But if I try to do this, please log in as profile. Right? So anticipating that you will be using these features, your profiles were pre-created. Right? Which is something nice from the library's initiative perspective. So it's really good here. Okay. Then, if you want to print the summary of this article, so just the basic details, so you can download it or print it. If you want citation, somebody was asking, so how do you cite this article? So suppose you want to cite this in any of these tags, let's say Harvard style. I select Harvard, the citation format changes. Now I can copy or download it, or if I want to send it to Mendeley or any of these options that are there, I can export that citation. Okay. So citation help also is available. Alright. Now I'm going to do this analytics is very important. So we come to author. Who are the top authors? Now we talk in terms of number of documents that are published. Okay. So this is a leading author because 38 papers have been written on cryptocurrency. Okay. Worldwide, if you see, this is the top author in terms of number of papers. Then number of journals. So journals, how many journals? Sorry, which journal has maximum coverage? So Journal of Risk and Financial Management has covered maximum. So you can always increase this count, top 10, top 20, 50, it's up to you. Okay? So imagine now you are doing this from a research perspective. I want to read on cryptocurrency. I don't have time for 1,000 articles, but these 10 journals look good. Okay? Similarly, when it's time to publish, you will not target the same journals, same publishers also. So if I am writing a paper on cryptocurrencies, will this not be my target? This is the best place for me to submit my paper because this is the domain. People are watching here. This is where the market is. So it helps you from that end-to-end perspective. So we have various such filters. When you come to source index, we have recently added this. So you can see here on cryptocurrency, how many are Scopus indexed articles. So you can see all this list. ONOS. Currently, your college may not be accessing ONOS because that is working in different phases. So those who are eligible institutions who are accessing through JGate also, they can access the ONOS journals. Right? But we are ready for any customer who once comes on board ONOS, so that is also visible here in JGate.
Sir,
Yeah.
like just now you said scoopers.
Ah.
I want to see only scoopers filters.
So there are there's another way when you come to journal finder. I will show you. I'll show you that one. Otherwise, what you could do is you come here. You come to ranking SJR, Signature Journal Ranking. It's a very good ranking. If you just filter based on that.
I tried to I could not do that.
See, if you put SJR for this particular one. Now it has changed, right?
So he will be giving all that banned papers only. Scoopers is also included.
It can be a mix, but I'll tell you better. See, this is now we have come to SGR, right? So now you see the SGR quadrant. Q1, Q2, Q3, right? So you can select from here and you can filter it out.
Do we have that option scoopers also?
Yeah, it is in Journal Finder and just come. So we have done this much now, and whatever the analytics you saw is also available on the website. So I'll just skip past this one. Then we have independent filters, open access. So this is an independent category, meaning your collections you can see here, there is a JGate collection, and part of that is the library collection. India College of Commerce, whatever subscriptions this college has, if they are integrated into JGate, the titles are put, then you as the user will know, okay, this is part of my library, my college library, and this is again JGate, right? So for a JGate user, they'll be able to very easily identify. What happens is, suppose you come across an article which says subscription required, but you realize that this is already subscribed by our college. Just that the college didn't integrate into JGate to enable us to find it as full text. So that particular thing is very important, that the college has the updated list put in the JGate for easy discovery. So that we take it up with the libraries separately during admin training, how to do this. So you have the JGate collection, you have my library collection. There is a third layer which is not mentioned here. It comes in Journal Finder, which is my personal library, which is what you have created the profile when you start saving folders, when you start creating alerts, when you bring external links all into your own space within JGate. That is your space. Is this concept clear of collections, or who needs some more clarity? Small clarity required. Can I give an example? I think that will make it clear. How many of you have lived, are living, or have seen apartment complexes? Apartment complex, right? A block, B block, C block. Okay. Assuming this big apartment complex, Hyderabad Sunlight Apartments. Okay. They decide, oh, for the entire apartment, we'll buy one library. We have a library. All the residents can access. Assume that to be a JGate collection. There is a B block. B block says this is very good. But for our own B block residents, one exclusive library we have. That will not allow other residents to take. This is our own. That is like college collection. Both are within the same thing. Right? The bigger one, the smaller zone. Right? You are living in B block, you are part of this college. In flat 101, in so and so department, so and so user. in your flat, can I just walk in, look at a book and just take and go? No, that is your own space. So you decide who to give to, you decide what books to stay, what books to go out. It's your own space. Something like that. Your personal library, the college library collection, and the GA collection. Is this example kind of making somewhat clarity? Okay. Then we have other things here. Open access as an independent. So I don't care whether it is in this layer, this layer, this layer. Give me everything that is free. I don't want to see other things. So open access as a candidate. You can go to retracted articles. I'm just clicking on this one just to show you. You can see here there is one retracted article which comes with the exclamation mark. So what happens? Google might tell you that yeah, this article full document is available free. But does it tell you if it's retracted? It may not. Right? So once you know something is retracted, you have a caution. You can stay away from it if you want. It is better. So risk. Okay. The retracted article, is it clear to everyone what it is? Something that was out there but had to be taken back. Maybe some serious ethical concerns or something. But we are a discovery platform, so we are showing that there is a future. Then we have the last one, which is the data set availability. If I click on this, okay. Sir, I have 10 minutes, 10 minutes more, or 5 minutes. Okay, I'll cover very quickly. Right? Data set, basically you see this icon. If you go into this any article, there are different data sets like statistics, graphs, tables. It is part of that article. But if it is available separately for you to view, download, you can repurpose it. By knowing that this is the source code. So you can use that data set for your own research. That is data set that is there. Then PubMed is the default source index for any medical related. So you can see here. Now I'm going to remove this data set. And now I'm going to put a very specific refining. So there are 11,000 articles on cryptocurrency. I am looking at one more thing. Have you heard of this word? Is this word known to Ethereum? So it's one of the Bitcoin Ethereum. Right? So now in cryptocurrencies, I'm refining to Ethereum. See, from thousands of articles, I've come down to single digit, 2-digit articles. I have narrowed down. And you can see also, if I do this best match, that means keywords covering that. So you can see here. And open any of these articles. And then you will see the keywords that are covered here. It will get highlighted also. See, Ethereum is highlighted here. The body. So this is the refining one. And the site citation badge is here. This is linked to site, so you can click on this, go to the site website and see how many people are mentioning about this. This is 4 people have mentioned about this article. There are 0 contrasts, nobody is negating it, and there is 1 supporting this article. Right? So you can get more insights by going into the site. Just click on this, it takes you to the site website. Okay, so I will not touch upon that. Now we come to just something I forgot to show. So we looked at the full text, okay, and
how many law journals are available, sir?
sorry,
Law journals, law.
law journals. Yeah, I'll come to that. Sir. Then we have a journal finder. In that you can look for subject. I just wanted to highlight this important point here. So you can see here subscription required. So that means somebody has to buy it. But sometimes if you are lucky, you can find options like this, find in library. So if you click on this, it tells you so and so library has it. So if you need this article, you can tell your library, sir, could you please request them to give us a copy? We probably will get you, sir. So this is a very good option. And sometimes we even have email IDs of authors. I can't find it here. If I come across, I will show you that example. Where author's email ID is available, you can directly contact the author requesting full text for that. In return, of course, you will give citation for that. Okay, now we have done the basic search. We can see this option search filter. There is a tutorial, so I'll not spend time on this. Just click on this 5-minute clip with case studies it will show you. Basically, you can look for different parameters. I want to search on so and so parameter with so and so and so and so. For example, TQM or total quality management and Six Sigma, not what is it? Just in time or whatever, right? So just give you a random example. And I want to find it in a particular journal or particular author or a country. So you can use the Boolean logic, this and this or this, not this, and then come to precise. Is it clear? Search query. Then the next is author finding. So say I want to find Amartya Sen. Okay, last name, first name I have put, and now the result comes. So you can see there are so many names, right? So which of this Amartya Sen should I take? So to facilitate easy finding, you can go by subjects. Are you looking only in economics or finance or something else? Or if you want to go by institution wise, so at the time of writing the paper, which institute was he affiliated with? Right? So if I am searching for APJ Abdul Kalam, was it when he was associated with DRDO or ISRO or IISc? So you can do this kind of filter, and whatever you take, just view the result, and the author's works will be here along with the option for co-authors. So you can see here there is co-authors. So these are people who are contemporaries or people doing research in the same domain or co-authored along with this author. Okay? So we can find it. So you are searching for Amartya Sen, but what if Scandal Thomas interests you? You might want to search their work also. Okay? So you can actually delve deeper into the research of that. Then we come to the last one, journal finder. So this is a very important one, interesting one also. If you have some titles, Journal of Mass Communication, so you can actually put the title and search. Or Harvard Business Review, right? So like that you can search by publishers. You can search by Elsevier, Springer, like that. When you are searching for a title, starting with or containing marketing communications, but I don't know whether it starts or ends or wherever, containing the word marketing communications. So we can put like that and search. Alphabetical wise also possible. Now, in JK, we have journals. How many? 41,000 overall. This is the overall universe of JK available for you. But now somebody asked, I want to search for a particular topic, law, right? Or some other topic. So now we are going to slowly come to that. Just have a look at this. This is the JK collection. You can see green block here. You can also see some red block. Red block means subscription required. So will you be interested in accessing this journal? If it is red block. Typical thing is this subscription. Who will want to do? For example, 19th century music. I'm just taking an example. I'll click on this. I'm going into the details. This is the table of content, and I can see the journal details. It is peer reviewed. It is so and so Q3 quartile. What does it cover? This is a description about that, and coverage is from 1977 onwards. Okay, good enough. Right. So what is in it for me here? This is all subscription required, right? So all this red. Okay. Suppose I do this limit to full text. There are some selections that could be free. Chances are that you can look for them. And sometimes you're lucky, there are some free selections. So it's always a good practice to just one step take further and see whether you get to it. So these are called hybrid open access journals. They are subscription basis with some free selections. Okay. So if you want to set this as your favorite, oh, this is a nice journal. Let me keep it in my personal life. I can set the favorite, but am I able to? No, log in as profile. I want to set alert for this journal. Can I? I tried that before. Same problem. Log in as profile. If you are already logged in, then this would have got done. Coming back. Okay, now these are the different collections. So if you come to my library, so you as a researcher, you can, once your library collections are all integrated, you can actually come to my library first because everything is open access. Then you can expand your search into JK collection also. This is one approach. We come to subject. Okay, sir. So you said law. Yes. Can you tell me how many law journals we have? 2696, right? Imagine from 40,000, This is our focus. I want to only look at law, so I have 2696. Still further, in law, which one? Right? So there can be intellectual property, there can be so many things. Let's see. So for example, intellectual property. There are 108 journals. So I am doing a research. This is my niche. From here I start building. I can then go multidisciplinary also. Right? So this is how we can actually go smart. Come to the domain, come to the exact thing, and then start taking the skills. Is it good? So you can find any other subject. Which other subject you want? So if you want finance or commerce, all this can be found here. Business, economy, management. Right? So if you come here, you have all these options.
E-governance.
E-commerce is also there. I always take that example. E-commerce, 286.
E-governance is
E-governance, okay, that would probably not be here. It would be, not in business. So it would probably be in arts, humanities, or social sciences. In social sciences, maybe
Public administration.
what's the first one? Yeah, public policy and administration. It would be here. Or if I just go into arts and humanities. So you have a look, man. You can just do a small search and you will find it there. It's available. I just finish it very quickly. Source index, the same 3 indexes are there, which is you have the basic, the ranking is you have the SJR ranking, which I mentioned related to journal ranking. So then we have the H index. H index is Hirsch index, which is author ranking, the quality of author, right? And then we have the APDC recently added, Australian Business Deans Council. This is management related subjects. So it's a very important, relevant ranking index for you, APDC. Right. Then we have the source index. So, sir, you are asking Scopus index, right? So you come here. These are the journals available. Scopus index of the entire JGate collection, 9,644. So you can filter Scopus, and once the filter result comes, now you can go into your subject wise and narrow down your search. That also can be.
So it is linked with the newspaper also, the Economic Times of India, Hindu.
So we have for that, if you see, let me come back to the article level research. I'll show you. There are some magazine articles here.
Newspapers.
Newspapers don't think, but magazine articles are there. Then publication countries. If you are interested in any particular country, you can browse. Alright. By publisher, any particular publisher you are looking for, you can search for that publisher. And by package, there is one. Suppose your college is taking very specific package, Expo Business Premium Student. Right? So that package, if it is already subscribed, it can be integrated into JK. So now you can come straight into the packages and see, so this is premium content my library has taken. Let me go through this. So you could do that. While I was doing all this, there is something that has come in all the papers. That is preferences. So it is in Journal Finder, it was in Author Finder, it was also in the basic search, right? So this preference, if you go into the info, you can set preference based on subject. So if you are looking for finance as a subject, and in that which document you want to search. Why this would be important? For example, if I just write management and giving a search result. Okay, so these many results. How many articles are there? 1 million, 1.5 million articles on management. Okay, so now if I come here, document type. So you can look at this. There are journal articles, magazine articles, preprints, conference papers, a few collections are there. Right? So you can have a look at that. So article level you can see some filters you can apply and check.
But this preference you are taking for these all things is preference only.
So preference is basically you are into commerce, this has arts, law, everything. Probably law is its preference, yours is finance. So, and in that where you want to search. Only journal is your preference. You know by setting a preference, what happens is when you start searching in JGate, you can do a generic search, or I remember setting my preference, let me trigger this and only filter based on this. Makes your time and effort easy, very easy. How to do it? I'll show you here. I'll show you my own account as a logged in user. this is my login, and here you can see preferences, right? So you can set based on I have set all these subjects, and I want to use the document type. Now I have a complete JKT package as a trainer, so I have all these options. For you, probably journal articles, magazines will be the option.
Thesis is also there, sir.
Thesis dissertation is an additional data set. Means your college can, in addition to journals, can also buy with a small sum extra thesis and dissertations. Which means Krishi Kosh, Ishod Sindhu, all these will be available easily. And then while searching, you can search based on research guide, you can search based on authors, etc. Audio video lectures are typically HS talks, NPTEL, TED talks, all those. That will be in audio video format. Maybe most of them leading to YouTube videos.
So how can we add our journals here, our publications?
Your publications, not in this.
Because Google Scholar happily we can add it, and in academia also we can do it. Do JGate can giving us this sort of things?
If it is part of the library holdings, then the library entire list is put in JGate. It is not under my library conditions. Yeah, it is possible. If you have your ORCID ID, when you
Yes, ORCID ID is there, journal is also there.
so make sure that your ORCID ID is also in JGate. The discovery will be better. Yeah. Then wherever I will show you personal library. So in this folder, you can see different folders created. Earlier, where I could not do, now I could do. Having done that, all articles within different folders. So some may have 50 articles. This entire folder can be shared to each other, provided JGate user to JGate. Okay. Then you can see alerts. Wherever you created alerts. So here you can see I created alert. Any new application I should be implemented. I also created favorites list. So these are my favorites. It's like me going to the library, taking the books. This is what I'm going to sit and so this is my bucket. Like this, you can manage it. You can see subject-wise alerts. So if you go to search history, and from there, search history is basically on your user portal here. You click on the search history. You can save your history, and from there you can probably, if you are searching for quick commerce, that can be a topic which you can put. Right? Bitcoin can be a topic which you can set up alert. Any article related to Bitcoin, you can then find it with the alerts here. You can see your saved search history also. So you can see I put in different labels here, different search histories are there. So I can always look into this. So every session finishes, I come back, I go to my search history, continue from there. It saves me that time and effort. And we have a new feature here, external links, which is basically you add a folder. And our work is scattered. Right? I remember when I started writing my journals, it first started with writing on tissue papers. Some ideas, some quotes. I used to get carried through, so paper probably would not be there, tissue paper is everything. Right? But then it went on to a proper journal, then from journal it went into a book publication, right? So many things can be scattered in so many places. So you can bring them all under one head. So maybe there's a Google Drive link, maybe a YouTube podcast, maybe some Evernote or something like that. You can bring those links, create folders. So like this you can see here, I've created different folders. I'll show you a complete folder where the folder is there. In that I put a link. I give it a description also, title also. It's there. So you can manage it. And since it's on the cloud, anywhere that you are traveling, anywhere you go, it's all available in one place. So this is the external piece. Okay, I have covered 99%. The last 0.% is that you will have doubts when you explore more. So you can go into the FAQ section where general information is there, coverage wise. This is updated on a regular basis, so you can see the statistics. You can come into the FAQ itself, and you can see most of your general queries will be covered. Specific queries, if you have some support you require, there is a chat support here. Just click on this, start a conversation. We have purposely kept this human interaction. We don't have chat bot. So there is a team that is working in Bangalore, and between 9 to 6, so right now they are active. If you just test it, write a query, how do I create something, you will respond immediately. Suppose it's a weekend, public holiday or something, then you can get the response the following working day on email. The email will be captured here when you fill in, and our team will respond to you. Okay, so this is the chat support here. How do we, last thing what we do is, so first requirement is go on explore JGate, do the generic access, see, you have already seen where are the speed breakers. To avoid this, the librarian has already created your profile, so you log in with your profile, start creating that. By creating your profiles, basically this is the summary of benefits. You know. Can somebody tell me the benefits of profile user besides saving articles in folders and all? So many things we could do, right? We could set alerts, we could create our favorite list. It's all mentioned here. So whoever doesn't have a profile, you can yourself create. The librarian doesn't have to create for you. Just make sure you are here in the campus, logged in with the generic access into JGate, and then create your profile. It will hardly take a minute, and you get all these benefits. Saving your history, creating your favorite, sharing articles.
We can't do it home.
Why? Because if you try to do it at home, it will say you have to be within the institution IP range. It's an authentication feature. When you are in the college, you get authenticated. Okay, it is happening within this IP range, it's a valid user. Right? So that is why it's very important. This is the only step where you have to be in the college to do it. Now your profiles which are already created, it's done. You don't have to worry. Now you can log into JGate from anywhere. However, when you save articles in folders and when you want to print them, download them, for that you have to come to the college only. Up to saving one folder, you can do it from anywhere. But because I don't think, sir, you don't have remote access software. Remote access, yeah. So institutions which have a remote access technology, which basically means library as it is working physically, translate that into a virtual form. Right? So every long term, you can use this, you can borrow, do everything virtually. So since that is not there, you have to be in the campus to download. But up to that point, you can always do it very easily on your laptop. And very important, since you have profile users, how many have downloaded the mobile app? Any mobile app users? Not yet, right? You have none? Are you using it already? Is it good? Okay. So my friend Krishna Kishore mentioned this morning and suddenly it struck me. The mobile app has one feature which is article search. You can do a voice search. You can speak and then the word will capture. So mobile app is very good. So mobile app you download anywhere. To log in, use your registered credentials. Is it clear? Only the registration has to be in the campus. Also be downloaded. Rest all very easy to do from everywhere. Okay. Now, two things when you are creating your password. How many want to create your profile? Now, and you are not yet, right? You want to do it. So when you do this, it's not mentioned here. But basically, when you put password, make sure it is minimum 6 characters, maximum 12, capital letter, small letter, number, symbol, like that. Please. And then you can use your identify your type, faculty, researcher, etc. And then go ahead. It's very, very easy. Only here in college you have to go. After that, you can log in from here. And all the alerts that you create, you will see. Sometime in a week, oh, so and so articles based on your favorite topic has come. So many publications are now available on the new items have been added. So this will be very useful. So how was the session? Was it concept wise, is it clear? Details wise, was it okay? Have I simplified as much as possible? In case you still have doubts, what we do is earlier, until last year, the interaction with librarian and us used to be once or twice a year. Either we reach out to them, sir, actually we want a webinar, or you want me to come, or they say no, like today. Sir said, can you come? I said, okay. So this happens once or twice. But learning sometimes needs very constant, you know. Sometimes you have come here leaving everything aside. Maybe in half mind possible that you are attending, right? But maybe you want a dedicated refresh. So what we do is, you can see the flash there. Every month, last Saturday, we kept it as a default thing. Pan India open webinar free, no charges. You can all join here. Most of it is certification based with a small activity and all, just to them, right? So you'll get your certificates also for that. And you don't have to wait for national webinar. Control sir, we are arranging certificates for all that. You give me the list. Give us some time. There is only one person who creates the design, or one person we will distribute. Within a week, I will send you.
Referees like class different topics or they will be same?
No, it is the same JK topic, which is done once a month. And so we
And
use
they
a
have
flash.
already joined your done.
We are done, yeah, it's the same thing.
Same
But
thing.
what happens is sometimes some new updates come. Like today I showed the Q1, Q2. 2 months back it was not there. Because while interacting with somebody, this input came, and then our development team said, let us go this. So if you can attend once a month, it will be good, or twice a month also it is good. So whenever you feel, now we put this at the user's convenience. So what happens is, tomorrow the management will not tell the librarian how many sessions you did, why people are not aware of JV. So he'll say, sir, we are always communicating. Faculty is not joining, because faculty is not joining, students are not joining. Right? As a trainer, I am get asked all the time, how many sessions, why the usage is low. So I have to ask, was my training good? Good, was good, then why the usage is good? The frequency might be less. So to address this, we are kind of doing this initiative for this year, and hopefully it will bear good results. So that is the idea. At any time you want to give us feedback, we are open to that. Many of the JK features have come from fresh perspective. Somebody said, let us add this, and we've added it. So not only the trainers feedback, you can also give from the product perspective that I would like this in JK writing. So we can do that. Alright, that's it from my side. I apologize I've taken some extra time. I hope it was a good session worth your time. Look at it as not time spent, time invested. So what is the ROI? Talking to our commerce college that I have come up with this. Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you. Sir? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rakesh. Insightful and well elaborated session on JV. It has truly been an enriching experience. And as a token of appreciation, to invite Dr. Vishnumurthy sir and Mr. forward and felicitate our guest speaker with a token of gratitude.
ఇక్కడ ఉంది
On behalf of RGKDR College of Commerce and all the attendees, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Rakesh Iyer for sharing his expertise and time with us today. A special thanks to Mr. Ramakant, our librarian, for his constant support and guidance. I also thank our Director of Research, Professor Vandana Sama, for her invaluable leadership. Finally, thank you all our esteemed guests, faculties who have joined us today. Your presence has made this event even more special. We'll look forward to future sessions and collaboration with all. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.